So here's what's going to happen. I need, first of all, for you to appoint somebody at your table who is electronically savvy. That is a kind word of saying a nerd. To run the video camera. Who's going to run the video camera? It's like, press power. Well, first of all, put in the card, press power, hit record. That's your job. Really, really good. Okay. Steve has already set the cameras up in the room. I'm going to show you one here. I'll just walk through it real quick, just so that you see what things to do. Now, every once in a while, we have one of these cameras just die. It fails. Okay, so if it fails, what you're going to do is pull it off of the tripod, pull the cover off the back, pop the battery out, put the battery back in. Right? It's a Microsoft device.
Is it like the red one that was up there?
Yes. Yes. You saw that, did you? Yeah, so that's my own videotaping. I wouldn't ask you to do something I wouldn't do myself. And then you turn it on, you hit record, and you let it run. That's it. You don't follow them around, there's no pan and zoom, and we're not doing anything. It's on a tripod, you hit record, and then I need you to watch it, because every once in a while, so if you're the person, watch the screen on the back. Be in a position that you can actually see it, because every once in a while it'll just die. It'll just stop recording, and that's not what we want to have happen. You have to start again from the beginning, and the person in front of the camera doesn't want that to happen. So pay attention to that, and if it dies like that and you can't get it to turn back on, pop the battery out. If that doesn't work, I've got 3 extra cameras back here. So come back into this room, grab one off the back table, package the other thing up in the bag that it's in, and take this one out and run this one instead. Okay? There's SD cards in your rooms as well. Pull them out of the package. And there's Sharpies. Write your name on the tiny SD card. Your managers are collecting all of those at the end of today.
What?
Yes.
Man.
Once your managers have collected them, they're going to make copies of them and you'll get them back.
This is intellectual property.
It is, yes. And they will review them, as will you. So my advice to Steve and the managers has been to have you watch your own videos and create your own feedback on them. And then you bring that feedback to them. Okay, so the conversation isn't them looking at it and saying, you did this and you did that, and I would, right? You do it. You look at it and see how you did. It's not about getting it awesome. Please get that. This is like recording a practice on the football field. Okay, we're recording the practice. Why do we record the practice? Because you're going to see stuff you wouldn't have otherwise thought was happening. Right? You're going to be like, oh man, I jump on that play every time. I'm 2 steps ahead. If I slowed that down half a second, I would be right on time when we make that pitch. Right? Like that's the stuff that you see when you record the practice. That's what this is about today. This is not about am I good or bad or anything else. It's not what this is about. Please get that. Yeah.
All customers are green light?
All customers are green. Just keep them green. Keep it simple. Make nothing difficult. Unless your learning partner, who is the technician, specifically says, bust my beep, right? Then do it. If he doesn't say that, you're green. All right? Unless you've been told otherwise, you're green. All right? Just keep it simple. We're not asking to make this difficult. You're going to do Green, Explore, and Present. And you're welcome at any point through Green, Explore, and Present to pause, look at a curbside form, look at the roadmap, look at whatever it is you need to do to pause and look. The only thing I will not permit is you reading some script that you've written down. Okay? Dear Mr. Jones, thank you for the opportunity to be here. That's not okay.
Put on the wall.
Teleprompter, nope, not going to happen. Just be real, let it happen. And as the other folks are watching in the room and you get stuck, if that happens, simply offer some coaching as you're going. Right? The other people in the room say, okay, hang on, you're about to do the agenda. Show us the agenda card and go straight to that. Like, that's okay for the other people to say that. We're not building a made-for-TV commercial here. Are you with me? Okay? If the pressure's off, don't worry about it. You've already practiced this. The only difference between what you just did here and what you're about to do in front of the video camera is your thoughts about the video camera. You get that?
What video camera?
Exactly. Make it disappear and just do your practice. And what you'll realize is as you go into those rooms, and I need everybody's focus here for just a moment, and as you go into those rooms and begin to allow yourself to simply get comfortable in that space, you'll relax and find that the camera simply disappears as you focus on the thing that you need to actually do, which is learn the service system and perform it at a level that you'll be able to do in front of your customers and go forward. Everybody take a deep breath in. exhale. All right. If you ask me later privately, I'll unpack what I just did. So timing, you got 6 people in the room, you got 15 minutes per person. That's gonna take you an hour and a half, so we're gonna be just into lunch. Okay, and that's okay. If you get done a little earlier than that, that's okay as well. Don't push yourself hard, but 15 minutes per person in the groups of 6. In the group of 5 and 4, you're gonna have a little bit more time than that, you'll get done fairly quickly. And in that 15 minutes, the camera runs the entire time. Don't stop when it's time to debrief. So as 2 people get up and do their practice, everyone else in the room writes the name of the technician on the curbside form. There's a stack of them in your room. Okay, so if I'm going first, you're all writing Dan on the curbside form. And then as I'm doing my practice, you're circling how I'm doing it. So you're going to flip it over and you're going to give me some feedback. I really like the way you did this. You should use less Canadian language. Right? How many times have I said A in 3 days?
One.
Yes. So, and that's it. So you're recording that, and then the person who leaves, I now get 4 curbside forms filled back with feedback from the people in the room. And then we have the conversation. So Dan, what do you think you did really well? Well, I think we did the greet step pretty well, but I kind of stumbled when I got into explore a little bit. All right, good. What do you think you could take up enough? Price transparency, completely missed it. Okay, now feedback from the group. And a couple of people volunteer some feedback. All of this is captured in that video. Because this is going to be super valuable to you later. Not today, later. Today when they're giving that feedback, your brain is somewhere else. You just did your thing and you're like, words are coming in, words are going out. If you could speak a foreign language, it wouldn't make any difference. But when you watch it later and you're actually present to it, you're going to hear all kinds of amazing things that are going to help you get better. Okay? This video thing is phenomenal. What this does for you is amazing. So thank you for pushing through it, and know you cannot back up.
While people are doing their video, if they're doing something wrong, do we let them finish and then advise, or can we?
If they're making slight errors as they're going along the way, let them go, right? If they get stuck, so I'm gonna say this, only offer coaching if they're looking for it. Okay? Now if they missed something entirely, so they go and they do the greet and they go straight into the present, let them finish and then say, all right, so let's just practice the explore step since we didn't do that. Right? So do that, but let them get through and then say, let's just see your agenda one more time. And then they can, okay, let me do the agenda. Right? That's fine. That's fine to add that at the end. Otherwise, don't interrupt them unless they're like, I'm stuck, help me out, where should I be next? Right? And if that's you in front of the camera and you're stuck, then be stuck. That's okay, that's just where you're at. It's not good or bad, it's just where you're at. Okay? I have 2 questions. Well, yours, and then we'll come in. Yes.
I was always taught, like, the customer doesn't know what we're gonna say.
Right.
We all in the room do.
Yes.
So if you just skip a step, just continue like it, the customer doesn't know what you're supposed to say. So just continue naturally and do what you do, and then at the end, if you miss something, then you miss something,
Right. There's no customer standing with a curbside form in bed. Whoa. Price transparency, forgot to do that. So right now, I'm still thinking 20 to 50, so this is the best $200 I've ever spent. You're never gonna have that conversation with a customer. They haven't been to the train gone.
So, when you said that the camera runs the entire time,
Yep.
but you mean the entire time of that one individual?
Yes.
Everyone has their own individual card.
Yes, correct. So as you complete yours, John, we turn off the camera, we pull out the card, here you go, John. And then we put the next guy's card in and we start the process over again. So but we're recording your entire 15 minutes in front of that camera. Oh crap, I screwed right up. I'm gonna start over again. Fantastic. Camera rolls.
And the camera's also rolling for the feedback after.
Yes.
For the whole group.
Critical, yes. So get the feedback from the group, capture that on the camera, and then you'll have all of that for you. So when you walk out of that room, you're gonna have a stack of curbsides from the people that were observing you, and you're gonna have your video testing card.
Yeah, an award-winning performance.
So it's one
And
per-
an award-winning performance.
one video per person or
Yes.
one per code?
One per person. And they're in the rooms. Put your name on them with Sharpie when you need them. That's the first thing you're gonna do. Unleashing awesome. So the most important thing you can do is make the other people look good in the room. Okay? That's it. Just allow the other people in the room to look awesome. Help them, coach them along. Forget about you. Just make them look awesome. And then the 2 questions that we've been using all day today. What went well? What could you take up a notch? Really simple. If you have additional time at the end, you get through really quick and you want to do some more, practice some more in that room. If you want to get your video again, and this happened, I know this sounds insane, but some of us are insane, and that's completely okay. Because it's just a word describing really awesome people, that's all that it is. If you're insane and you would actually like to videotape yourself some more, because you've got additional time, in a small group sometimes this happens, you're welcome to do so. Okay? Use up the time that you're in there, and when you get done, you get done. When we get done, we're going to get back here, we're going to have a short lunch today. We're going to eat our sandwiches or whatever's coming in, I imagine it's more sandwiches. And we're going to get back to work. We're going to do the execute step, which is critical. I'm going to show you how that works. It's a major piece of this that we blow past. So we're going to get dialed in on that. It's super simple and it's a lot of fun because we've already done all the hard work. Okay. I need you to come right back and get full attention to that. We're going to get out of here with the close and then we'll be done for the day. What questions do you have before we head off the video? We have the video operator ready to go. We're going to assign rooms next. Everyone knows their assignments. You need your pens, your books with you. Write your name on the with a Sharpie on the SD card when you get in. Hold on. Nobody move just yet. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Stay tough. Stay tough. We gotta assign rooms. Yep. Okay, thanks, Brett. I appreciate that. Okay, so Steve's arranged several rooms for us to go into, and so this is going to be group 1, and you're going to be in the first office to your right when you exit this door. Group 2 is around the corner in the first office to your left as you exit this door. They're fairly small rooms, so your smaller groups are going to go into those rooms. Group 3 is, what would we call that room?
The front entrance,
The front entrance.
front lobby.
Yeah, the front lobby, there's a room in there with the table chairs, that's where you're gonna end up. Group 4 is
Conference room.
the conference room, past the lunch area there. Everybody know we're talking about that, okay? And then group 5, warehouse.
Bay 18, the last two big bays.
Across the,
You'll see a sticker like that. This is on the door of each room.
what's that?
This is on the door.
We're going to the actual
All right, ready, set, go.
Steve, we're going to the actual lobby.
Let's go.
That's it now, guys.
I got a sharp post-it notepad, there's some notes all over.
Sharpies are in the room, so don't worry about that.
It's the one right here. Close the door like a regular place. Curbside.
Yes, yes, for sure.
When we come in, we're not talking about this back stage, we'll get the unit back up and pull in.
Right. It's a slight variation. It's the same exact, like this stays the same, right?
Yes, it does.
So I'm here to go ahead and do that evaluation on your system today, as part of your club. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at your system, do the thorough evaluation of it. And if I should notice anything that needs your attention, is it okay if I point that out to you? Yep, okay, very good. If that happens, I'm gonna go ahead and present you with options, so it's exactly the same script, with slight variation. Yep. Yeah, yes, and thank you for pointing that out. I'll definitely work to getting more time to the maintenance version of it. It's built into it, it's just that we didn't spend a whole ton of time talking about it.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Fred. Good luck, knock it out.